What up, though? It's the Eddie Monster Show.
I got style. Got style. Come on.
Yo, yeah.
All right, welcome to the Eddie Monster Show. Good to have you here. If you've been here more than 3 times, hit that like and subscribe button. It don't cost nothing. It costs a whole lot less than it costs me in time and effort and just all of that good stuff to get these videos out. Okay, this is a channel go by the name of Popcorn Planet. Monique destroys Oprah Winfrey in comedy set. Monique explains Oprah feud and why she's a snake. Let's go.
Free, and I'm totally here for it. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Look, we've reported on Oprah and our reasoning for not liking her. Monique has never held back on her feelings on Oprah. It is a feud that goes way back. Last night, I guess it was a couple nights ago, while she was on tour with KATT WILLIAMS, man, she unleashed, and we have the clip, but I got to delay a little bit because there's definitely some language in there that I can't have in the beginning. So where does all this come from? What is this feud? I thought before we get to the clip in question, let's go revisit, because yes, the two go way back to 2009 when they released the film Precious, which Tyler Perry and Oprah produced, which got Monique the Oscar. She's fantastic in that movie. Loses herself in it. It's a crazy performance. So sad. And yeah, at that point they were friends. They even talked about both being open about their previous essay by family and how that sort of brought them together. Monique even thanked Oprah in her acceptance speech. Tyler and Oprah, because you touched it, the whole world saw it. And so at one point, Oprah called her up. In fact, let's let Monique say it herself.
And then I looked to Oprah Winfrey.
Oh wait, sorry, that's the wrong clip. It's this one.
She said my brother wanted to come on the show and talk about him molesting me, and he wanted to tell other parents how to look out for molesters. My brother Gerald is a charmer. So my mind thought was, because she said, do you want to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat. I said, nigga, I know it's up to a scam, but people can change. And who am I to say he hasn't changed? It might really be different. So I don't want to get in the way of that. I just don't want nothing to do with it. She said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen. But I wanted to call you up to see how you felt first. When I hung up that phone, brother, I looked at my husband, I said, that bitch is all right with me. That's a real...
She kept it
because she didn't have to call me up. She didn't have to say my brother was coming. She could have just ran with shit and let it happen. I dig her for that.
Yeah, now that was the end of the story. I'd say good for Oprah.
Now I begin...
Oprah's a snake
to see commercials.
So let's go to the commercial. And this is fair use. I got to start and stop. I think they've scrubbed this off YouTube. But this is a clip that exists, Oprah. And this is very relevant to this news story and this beef. Here it is. And if for some reason they made me cut it, I'm trying to fight it. So let's see if it keeps going through.
Academy Award winner Monique has called him a monster.
Now, again, I gotta pause it because I'm offering my commentary because this is very related to the news. This is the official promo Monique saw.
Calls him her brother. For the first time,
her monster, but also calls her brother.
He comes forward.
I abused and betrayed the trust of another sibling.
A 7-year-old sister. Were you aware of the pain that you had caused her? Dear parents, did you believe Monique?
Did you believe Monique?
The exclusive.
That's her mother.
Stop.
How will you feel when you leave the show, having said that I molested my sister?
God damn.
So that was the piece, right?
Man.
And that clearly did not sit well with her.
With my brother, my mother, my father, and my other brother. Now, the reason why that means so much is because in the conversation we had about my brother, we then went deeper. And we began to talk about our relationships with our mothers and our fathers. And I shared my relationship with her about my mother.
Confided in
And she shared hers with me, which I will never repeat because she shared it with me about her mother and father. It might be something she shared with everybody, but wanted to make me feel special. I don't know. Nonetheless, it was in our moment. I shared with her that me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her we were in a really bad place. I shared with her I was hurt and, you know, trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show.
That's why you have to really be careful and selective about who you confide in about your personal life or business. Because a narcissistic person, they'll sit there, they want you to do exactly that. They want you to feed them something that they can, you know, use against you. So yeah, she was confiding in Oprah, and the whole time Oprah was sitting there, man, knowing she was gonna do the double cross. But I'm glad that Oprah is finally being exposed, because I seen through her a long, many years ago. I have never, ever been a fan of none of Oprah's work. I mean, nothing. I never really cared about her. But you know, 20 years ago, you couldn't talk like this. People would look at you like you hate, you know, because she's a black woman. You know, you can't say nothing, man. You just have to just sit, you know, and keep all of your thoughts to yourself. But now everything is starting to come 180, full circle, and we're seeing the house of cards, so to speak, starting to crash. Let's go.
Because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have said, shut it down. I don't need the world seeing how greedy my mother is. Shut that down. That's one of the reasons why we don't communicate, because of my mother and father's greed. So I would, if you had given me the opportunity, I would have said, I can't put my mother, that's still my mother.
Right.
Okay? Now,
So she's conflicted. She's like, well, you didn't tell me what you were going to do. You asked me about my brother, because clearly it's very exploitative. Can you imagine if she hadn't asked the permission and then still brought the brother on during this whole exchange? That would have been, I mean, it still is gross, guys, because at the end of the day, she didn't get permission. And so apparently she talks to Oprah, gets lost in the celebrity of Oprah because it was still early in the relationship, and didn't really get to tell her how she felt. So then later, she's there at some Oscar party, and a lot of very strong African-American women and Oscar winners are all there. She finally has an opportunity to confront Oprah. In front of all of them, she turns to Oprah.
And I said, you know, you and I need to have this conversation. Why would you have my mother on your show?
This is from...
In front of everyone. So for all the women that were there, the one thing, people can say I'm loud, they can say I'm tactless, they can say I'm overbearing, as Oprah Winfrey has considered me, but what they've never said is she's a liar. Ain't nobody ever said Monique is lying. So for all the women that was there that night, they know exactly what was said. And I said to her, how could you have my mother on your show? That's not what we discussed. And you don't understand what I've had to walk through since you've had my mother on your show. See, I got to deal with women coming up to me in the Walmart saying, Monique, your mama ain't shit. I got to deal with that. Now, I got to defend. They ain't lying, but I still got to defend it because that's my mother. Okay, Daddy, but that's the truth. But I still got to defend it. You don't understand what position you put me in doing that. So now this is my moment to talk to you. And what she did was took the cowardly way out. I won't call her a coward. Think.
She says,
okay. And she said, if you think I did something wrong, I want to apologize.
Yeah, chicken shit.
And what my husband taught me a long time ago, an apology is not something that you think you need to give. If somebody else thinks you need to give it, it's what you feel. So she came off like Mother Earth that she is. If you think I did something wrong, no, Oprah, it ain't what I think. You did do something wrong. You maliciously, and you had full intentions of having my parents on your show and not saying anything to me. Was that for ratings?
Well, it was. She then goes on, watch this whole interview. It's over on Comedy Hype. She's told this story a few times, but she also expresses how she looked up to Oprah. She's like, I'm a black woman in Baltimore. I see her, and I want to be just like you. She meets her later and says, I'm going to be just like you. And Oprah responds, oh, you will. And then later in life, Monique reveals it. When she tells that to Oprah, Oprah's like, oh, I say that to everybody. And so just she's story now. Here's what she said and how she unleashed on Oprah.
Motherfuckers.
And it's heavy. It's why I had to put it towards the end of the video because it's a lot. But here it is.
Fuck you, Oprah Winfrey. Fuck you, Tyler Perry. Fuck them motherfuckers. I said it. Say it with me. Fuck you, Oprah Winfrey. Fuck you, Tyler Perry. You motherfucker. Now some of you got scared. They was like, you going too far, bitch. I love that black raggedy bitch. I love that black simple-minded motherfucker. I love Oprah Winfrey's black ass. And we just need to bring her back to black. We need to bring that bitch back to motherfucking black. Are you an Oprah Winfrey fan? Yes. Okay, well I'm not apologizing. For every motherfucking thing I say. What's your name, brother? Bill. What is it? Melvin. We need you to help us bring that bitch back to black. I need you to bend her the fuck over and fuck her like a Nashville, Tennessee nigga would and bring that bitch back to black. Oh, bitch, be quiet. You gonna get some money out of this shit. And every time you see fucking Oprah, you see fucking Gail. Best friends. That's what they say. I've never seen best friends like that. We ain't seen 30 motherfucking years. Who is loving Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King?
Shit, what's that in there?
But we don't want to say this shit out loud because it's Oprah fucking Winfrey. I'm too motherfucking old to be scared of this bitch. I'm too old to be intimidated by this bitch. I'm too old to hold the motherfucking truth. You know why I fuck with Oprah Winfrey, Melvin? Because that bitch tried to fuck with me privately. Well, I'm a public bitch. You tried to fuck with me behind closed doors. Bitch, open the door up. Ding dong, I'm gonna let your motherfucking ass in. Now, are you gonna fuck her or not?
So you can see Monique on tour with KATT WILLIAMS. What do you think?
Well, y'all heard it yourself. I'm kind of glad to see all of this going on in Hollywood, man. You know, that it's finally being exposed for what it really is. And people like Oprah, especially because, you know, they've been, you know, playing this this game with us, man, for all our lives, basically. And now all the exposure is finally coming out, revealing Hollywood for what it has always been in the first place, even before we even got here. Oprah Winfrey, some telling my radar that she's going to be somewhere in the news in the future. I think a whole lot of them will be in the news in the near future. All right. Appreciate you coming, Eddie Monster. I'm gone.
I got style. Got style. Come on.
Yo, yeah. Yo.